Making sense of decimal places. Who's bigger? Hello, English language learners and maths enthusiasts. Today we are going to dive into the world of decimals. Specifically, we'll talk about comparing decimals with different numbers of decimal places. By the end of this video, you'll be an expert at figuring out which decimal number is bigger and why. So, let's get started. Before we jump into comparing, let's quickly review what a decimal is. A decimal is a way to represent a number that is not a whole number, a fraction, or a part of a whole. For example, 0.5, 1.35, 0.03 are all decimal numbers. The decimal point splits the whole numbers from the fractional parts. Now, you've heard the phrase, decimal places, but what does it mean? Well, a decimal place is the position of a number to the right of a decimal point. The first number after the decimal point is in the tenths place. The second number is in the hundredths place. The third number is in the thousandths place, and so on. For example, in the number 1.35, the number 3 is in the tenths place and the number 5 is in the hundredths place. So, let's move to the core of our discussion: how to compare decimals with a different number of decimal places. Let's say we have two numbers, 0.5 and 0.48. The first number has one decimal place and the second number has two decimal places. How can we tell which one is bigger? Here's a handy trick. Add zeros to the number with fewer decimal places until they both have the same number of decimal places. In our example, 0.5 becomes 0.50. Now, we compare each corresponding place value. Starting from the left, the tenths place, 5 is larger than 4, so 0.50, or 0.5, is larger than 0.48. Let's try another one. Compare 0.36 and 0.4. We add a 0 to 0.4 to make it 0.40. Now comparing, we find 3 is less than 4, so 0.36 is less than 0.40, or 0.4. Makes sense, right? Here's a little homework for you. Try comparing the following pairs of numbers on your own: 0.35 and 0.351, 0.6 and 0.56, 0.123 and 0.13. Congratulations! You've just mastered comparing decimals with different numbers of decimal places. Keep practicing and you'll find it becomes second nature to you. Thanks for joining us today, and don't forget to tackle those practice numbers. Remember, practice makes perfect. See you next time when we'll explore another exciting math concept in English. Happy learning!